You might not have thought about this if you're thinking of redesigning or remodeling, but don't you want a healthy home? I had a client that I sold a townhouse to, and it had an old carpet, so they said, we're going to rip it out. I go, okay, whatever. They ripped it out, they replaced it with white carpet, wall to wall, and then she broke out in hives all over her body, and they had to rip out $8,000 worth of carpeting because we did not have a conversation about VOCs. So this is Mary Jo, and I'm here with Kelly Vickers of Zimmer Design. We're going to talk about a healthy home. And Kelly, explain VOCs.
Oh man, I wasn't expecting that question. Well, it's the off-gassing. You know what? Rugs have off-gas, carpets off-gas, paint off-gas. It is like the level of what.
Most people don't know.
Yes.
That fabrics, like heavy fabrics, like curtains or carpeting, has formaldehyde.
Yes, absolutely.
So I was in an office where they redid the floor, and one of the agents could not come in for 3 months because what you're talking about, the off-gassing, is all over, and you breathe it in, so it can affect your skin, it can affect your lungs, you can have really irritated eyes. So we've got enough to deal with in offices. You don't want that, but do you really want that in your home? So
well, there's also, beyond formaldehyde, there's other things in those VOCs,
other toxic chemicals
can really impact people's and cause allergies. I have a brother-in-law who's severely allergic to corn. We were tearing carpet out in their house, and he had a horrible reaction to it and immediately had to be taken off site, and we didn't know what it was. It was from the older carpet off-gassing, and all of it was probably put together with corn, whatever backing was on there. Or
the padding underneath.
The padding. We aren't sure what it was, but it became an issue when we're putting carpet back in there. What carpet can we look for? We're looking at a hemp back. We're looking at, so those are the thoughtful things we have to think about.
Healthy
putting
carpet
back into your home. How do we make sure? And the sad part about that situation, your client, is how would they know that? So there's ways to know that.
Well, I feel a little guilty because I knew they were doing it, and I should have had that conversation with them. So if you were me, what would you tell people about that? Saying they're going to rip the carpet out.
So one question you can ask your clients is, do you have any allergies? Have you ever had an allergy? It's not always something we think about asking our clients, but sometimes I ask those questions because I want to know their value system. I also need to know a little bit more about their background, or if their kid has any allergies to mold or a reaction to those things.
If they have asthma. Because some of the fabrics can trigger an asthma attack.
Absolutely. And one way to just stay away from that in general is to use natural products. So looking for, reading labels on the back of carpets, going with wool carpet. That's a natural fabric.
How do you read the label? What will the label tell me?
Well, let me think about how I would teach someone how to read a label. So if I was looking at carpet, I'm going to turn it over, a sample if you're at Gabbard's or wherever you're at. Look at all of what it's made out of. Is it made out of polyester? Is it made out of recycled plastic? Anyone who's working at those floors should be able to tell you the sustainability of.
But not if people go to the big box
Home
stores.
Depot Then I would definitely look at it, but I'd also go and write down what brand you're looking at and go to their site and then start looking at their sustainability, what the almost all of those big box stores have to have a California, proposition disclaimer on it, because California is kind of the lead on all VOCs, all environmental concerns, anything that's harmful to you. If you see that, if it doesn't match up with the California proposition, if it says it doesn't qualify for it, you might want to stay away from it then. Because not necessarily always, but that's something to think.
It's a clue.
Yeah, it's a clue, like, I got to look at this more.
So what fibers would we be looking for? Bamboo, hemp?
Yeah, bamboo,
wool.
Hemp, wool. You could consider even polyester, because we all live in our homes. Those are expensive items. Sometimes we're looking at polyester, but look at what the VOCs are on those. Follow the manufacturer. Look at what they're saying about this particular product.
Kelly, can you explain VOCs, which are volatile organic compounds or whatever they are?
Correct.
And what do people need to know about that?
Well, items that you bring into your home can have organic compounds in them that off-gas into your home. Sometimes that's through manufacturing, and sometimes it's just through natural. It's just a natural organic component of this particular item.
Okay.
So what we want to be mindful of is, do we have any allergies in the home? Do we have any concerns with people who live in these homes? We're trying to minimize as many VOCs in a person's home. Like if something has formaldehyde in it, probably don't want to bring it into your home.
Right.
Most brands and consumers are thoughtful on that now, and most manufacturers are looking at getting away from whatever they can on those VOCs. Because it's not
the manufacturing industry is changing
exactly.
as well.
Everyone's meeting the needs of making all of our homes healthier and being more thoughtful about
so carpeting is a big one.
Carpeting is a big one.
What about laminate flooring?
Absolutely. And certain manufacturers pride themselves on being more Green Guard certified, which is a certification that says you're not off-gassing into your home. Your product is not off-gassing.
I haven't heard that term. So that's a Green Guard.
Green Guard, yep.
That's
especially
interesting.
In flooring. Particularly when you're looking at laminate flooring or luxury vinyl planks, luxury vinyl tile. There's a couple companies I tend to lean towards on those because I know that they're Green Guard certified. Shaw is one of them, Cortec, but not every single product they put out there is. So it's important you do the legwork and look into all of those things.
But if you're working on a remodel or redesign of a home, you're doing that for the client.
For sure.
They don't have to.
Yep.
Okay, but if they're doing it on their own, they should be able to look at that and research it. So they don't. So some rooms are more sensitive than others, like the baby's room or a child's room. You'd want something that is as natural as possible with none of that. Yeah. Home office.
Yes, I think home office is a big space right now. We spend a lot of time in it. So you're going to want paints that are low VOC. You're going to want to if you have wood floor in there, then maybe a carpet that's wool, more natural fibers, a jute. You could look at bamboo type carpeting. I lean towards wool, and here's why, because I think it's more expensive, but it's a natural product. And it also is naturally, I can't think of the word right now, microbial.
Antimicrobial.
Antimicrobial. So it naturally repels bacteria and
it does. I had
That's why
no idea.
wool blankets are so popular with the military, because they're naturally like that. So it's a wonderful
That's
fabric.
a surprise. What about
it's
bamboo?
renewable.
What about bamboo floors?
Bamboo floors. I have bamboo floors in my house, and I love them. Natural product, renews fast, it grows fast. We can sustain it.
Yes.
That's the other piece of what you're looking for when you're sourcing a person's house and being thoughtful about our long-term sustainability. And so bamboo floors were my choice in my house, and I love them.
What about kitchen countertops?
So I think with kitchen countertops, know where you're getting them from, how they're quarrying them, these are all, that's a lot of legwork for a main average consumer, but
I went to look for countertops with a client of mine. So it's a panoply of 20 choices.
Yes.
No one can deal with 20 choices. So you have to reduce it to maybe 3, what they could handle. But then if they have to research if it's eco-friendly, that's overwhelming to someone.
Well, I think so. In its nature, the one thing that I notice with countertop installations, if you're using a natural product like quartzite, marble, granite, most of them are going to be very organic and good. They all have their issues, and so you just have to be educated on what's the concern with marble, what's the concern with granite, what's the concern with quartzite. There's costs involved too. Some are more expensive than the others. It's really a look that you're looking for. And then there's also quartz, but all of them when they're installed, and this is something I've been researching more, and I haven't figured out what the solution is yet. So I'm gonna.
Well, let's talk about that.
Is the adhesives and the silicones and the glues that they use to install it? They have powerful VOCs, and they last for a good few hours. So reminding homeowners of that.
Right. All of those glues, that could be in the walls, that could be in the flooring, that could be in the kitchen cabinets and all of that.
All the mastics there.
Yes, we're trending towards more eco-friendly on that. But sometimes the contractor doesn't tell you and you don't know what they are. So
or there's just not a good product that's going to do the job. That's the other piece. So coming up with, when we're trying to guarantee that these countertops are going to stay in place,
right,
we use the best product out there that may not be the healthiest product.
Right.
So that's the other piece, is just manufacturing catching up with these kind of adhesives that are great.
So where else in the house would you find, or could you be healthier, more eco-friendly products? What other products? I mean, okay, flooring, curtains.
Appliances.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That would be one thing I thought.
Energy Star. Right.
Energy Star rated appliances, moving towards more sustainable appliances.
Right.
So you're looking at electric appliances. Another place you can look at are your plumbing products. How are they?
Oh, that's a surprise.
Well, they contain, how much water are you losing through your plumbing products? How much water, can you still have good water pressure, but still conserve water? So Kohler does a great job at that.
Yes.
They were one of the leading people in doing
they are.
that.
Right.
So I tend to go for Kohler products a lot because of their quality and those value systems that they have.
They have a sale once a year. Let's go.
Sounds good.
Let's get a truck and fill it up.
And they're close. They're in Wisconsin. So
great. So what are the advantages of a homeowner working with a professional and all of this, helping them make smart decisions?
I think I save them a lot of time. They get a great design and a great look. I have the expertise and knowledge of years of doing this that they're hiring.
How long
with
have
me.
you been a designer?
I have been doing this for 5 years. This is my 5th year anniversary for my company, and it's my second career. So it's new to me, but it's been fantastic and extremely fun. And
great.
A lot of
and
work.
then you come in with fresh ideas. So you save them time. And I'm guessing you save them a lot of money because you know what you're doing and you can plan it out ahead of time for them.
Yes. And they have me to bounce ideas off of, help validate some of their decisions, or say you don't want to do that. And
so you're a design therapist.
Yeah. It's a great way to look at it.
Kind of goes with the job. Okay,
yes.
Okay, so tell people, where can they find you?
You can find us at www.zimmer.design. And our email and our phone number is on that website, as well as our galleries.
Thank you, Kelly, for letting us come into your home. And we will be back. And I hope you will be back, too. Hit subscribe, and we'll be back again with more information. Thanks for watching.
Thanks.